Hello again, Teacher Christy back and in person with Behaving Badly. This goes for my series of Behaving Badly. In this case, we're talking about badly behaving parents. If you're interested in hearing more about my different channel, my series, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like button. That really makes me want to keep making videos. Okay, parents behaving badly. This is going to be a several part series because parents have all sorts of behaviors that we would not prefer. In this particular situation, it's the parent that is constantly providing the word to a child who's reading. This is especially difficult with young readers who are just learning to sound words out. If they're always given the words from the parent, they don't ever really learn to read. They learn to either memorize the word or wait for the difficult words. One technique that has found that is very, very effective in this particular situation is that when a parent provides a difficult word for a child, I will actually make the child go back and sound it out. And so I'll make them say the sentence again. And I'll make them say, this is bird. And then I'll say, it's very important you sound the words out. Every single time the parent does this, we have to go back and say, this is bird. And as a parent hears the child sounding it out and then also hears me constantly reinforcing, it's very important that we sound it out. It's very important that we sound it out. It's very important that we sound it out. Most parents eventually get the message. And they either get the message because they understand what I'm trying to do, which is ideal, or because it becomes very tedious for them as well to constantly have to go back. They don't want to, these parents are often very impatient. They want to move faster and learn more and do more. And the process of slowing the kid down and making the child come back and do it correctly is often becomes slightly frustrating or irritating for the child, for the parent. A side benefit is it starts to frustrate the child as well. So the child often will turn and correct the mom when they start giving the answer because the child doesn't want to go through the process of having to sound it out again. I found this to be incredibly effective. I would say for the vast majority of parents, it takes a couple of sessions of that constant reinforcement for them to stop giving the word. I also follow up with the feedback, and I have a great little feedback tidbit if you ask for it, a little tid that you can add to your feedback that I think really politely and proactively explains about English. One of the things I learned while I was in Beijing is that I really came to understand that Chinese is very, very different than English. In Chinese, you memorize words. You memorize the word. You don't sound the word out. You don't work it out in your head. You memorize it. And so it's very intuitive for Chinese parents and Chinese students to provide the answer and try to get the kid to memorize the word. And when we explain and we reinforce with the parent that English is very different, and I'll explain that. English is different. It's very important that your child learns how to sound the words out. He can't memorize all the English words. It may take a few sessions, but I found that to work very effectively for the parents that are constantly providing the words. Now stay tuned, head back to my channel. You're gonna have much more of VipKId behaving badly in the weeks to come. Bye.